Welcome back to my channel. In case we haven't met, my name is Tiffany. In today's video, I'm sharing how I do this hairstyle. In my last video, I showed how I wash my hair, and at the end of it, you can see how I styled my hair, but I did not leave a tutorial in that video for that. I wanted that to be a completely separate video just because it's kind of a lot. That's what I'm going to be sharing in today's video, and thank you in advance for watching, and let's get to the tutorial. Alright, so I did want to preface this by stating this is not a cornrow tutorial, more so just so that you can see what I do to accomplish my hairstyle, the steps that I take, but I'm more than happy to film a cornrow tutorial if you are looking for that. But you'll see I start with my hair in 2 ponytails. That's actually how I sleep with my hair, so it ends up stretching my hair overnight, and it does make it a little bit easier to part and work with. So I start with that initial part down the middle of my head, and I do my best to make sure that that is as straight as possible, and then I bun 1/2 of my hair up. Next, I start on the other side of the cornrow, just getting that part straight. The front is typically easy, but the back does take me a couple of tries just to make sure that I get it straight. I do have one mirror in front of me and one behind me. It makes it a whole lot easier to see the back of my head so that I can make sure that that part behind my head is as straight as possible. So it's important to make sure that your hair is moisturized underneath any protective style. So I like to use aloe vera juice, and sometimes I'll mix water in the bottle as well. And then I seal my hair with a butter, and then I split it in half and begin to detangle it, just because making sure that your hair is detangled makes the cornrowing process 10 times easier. Next, I apply braiding gel at the base of my braid, and I just brush it into my hair, and then I start the first motion of my braid. Take a small section at the front of my braid and split it in 3, and this allows me to start my cornrow. One thing I do try my best to do is keep my grip tight on my hair. Not to where I'm pulling or tugging my head, but just enough so that I have a firm grip on my hair so that nothing slips through and that my braid stays extremely neat. Once my hands get to the top of my head, I just readjust them so that braiding down the back of my head is a lot easier and it causes less strain since you're not turning your neck trying to see. But this is why it's extremely helpful to have a mirror in the front of you and at the back of you so you can effortlessly see what you're doing. When I get to the bottom of my braid, I just comb out my ends and add some oil just so that the moisture is sealed, because it is the oldest part of your hair. And then I brush out the ends one more time to evenly distribute the oil. Okay, and now that the first braid is done, I go on and start to part the second one. And this part ends up separating the second braid from the third braid, and it's also the indicator that I am almost done. Once again, I spray my hair with aloe vera juice and I seal that moisture in with a butter, and I make sure that I spread it all throughout my hair by detangling and getting all those tangles out. Next, I apply my braiding gel of choice and I split down that first piece and break it into 3 and start my cornrow. The last braid is typically the easiest and the fastest one because it's just not as much hair, so it goes by really quick whenever I'm braiding this one. Now that the braids are done, it is time to finish them off. first step is to oil my scalp, and I do this just so that my scalp can stay moisturized, but it also helps the base of my braids to stay moisturized as well. And any extra oil that I have, I just run it down the length of my hair. Next step is to add some mousse. I do quite a lot of pumps of this. It's my favorite part. It symbolizes that we are pretty much done with the protective style. And then I take a satin scrunchie and just tie my braids into a little bun. And then I top it all off with some wrap-it strips, and I let those sit on my head for about 30 minutes underneath my bonnet. Sometimes I will have them sit on my head for about an hour, or I will hit it with some heat with my blow dryer to speed up the process, but it's just whatever feels better for that day. After the mousse is dried, I can remove everything and I just have to fix up my edges. Now, as far as the bun or ponytail, I typically wear this, it used to be a puff, but I've worn it in a bun so many times I've kind of just flattened it out. In my previous video, I had a braiding hair ponytail. You can absolutely do that as well as an option, but I typically default to this bun because it's just quick, easy, and I'm used to it. So after getting the bun formed the way that I like it, this is the result of my hairstyle, and it can typically last me for a couple of weeks as long as I keep my hair wrapped at night. So that is how I do this protective style for my hair. Honestly, it's helped me a lot when it came to growing my hair. I cut my hair all the way off in July 2022. So it's been maybe a year and a half, and my hair has gone from short to the length that it is now. A lot of that was because I just left my hair alone. So I would definitely give it a try. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you again for watching this video. I will catch you in the next video. Bye.
That I was wrong and now I'm coming to you with my hands up, hands up, yeah. All I'm asking is that you will come and put some living water in my cup, yeah, yeah.